time for me to run up and unload. And while I'm up there, I think I'll pause and go unload.
Yeah, I think I'll go and unload too. I'm back in a moment. Back in a sec.
Alrighty. Okay.
I'm in the work room now beside you. I'm just having a look at the bucket plugins, like you're saying. It's been actually been giving me a lot of thought. You know, I keep saying, oh yeah, it would be nice to be able to have like a custom portal to go from here to the thing. But I don't think I do want that, even though it's a time saver, definitely. But I don't think I do, because otherwise it means then that you stop using parts of the world, don't you? You stop using the nether things and everything. So no, but one I was looking at here, and I'm not interested in actually having the device, but it's called the Clockwork Planter, and I just love that idea. You know, it's basically it's dispenser that's just supposed to run from clockwork. You know, I like that idea. That's a very steampunk
Very
idea.
cool, yeah.
Clockwork things. Yeah.
It's like in Feed the Beast when you showed me the actual, steam boilers and steam engines. It was like, cool.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Really enjoy that.
They're very, very good, those. I do like those. My God, there's 682 pages of plugins. How the hell do you go through them all?
Well, it's very much a matter of kind of having the idea of what you want to look for. It's kind of like using iTunes, or the App Store to find stuff to put on your iPhone. You have to have kind of an idea of what sort of thing you're looking for to start with.
Yeah. Well, hang on, let's type the word in clockwork and see what comes up then. Just the Clockwork Planter, is it? Yeah.
Right.
I've just been looking at one plugin called Head Shoots, where you can get headshots on mobs. Getting a headshot does extra, anything from half a heart to 3 hearts for extra damage. It's surprising how modders come up with things that really should be part of the basic game, shouldn't it?
Yeah. But it's another one of those, situations just like hackers and antivirus.
Yeah.
You've got a limited number of people doing this and a almost unlimited number of people doing the other thing.
Exactly, yeah.
And, I've heard folks making that complaint, on forums and stuff going, why didn't Mojang think of this? It's like, well, because Mojang is 6 people and the modding community is thousands.
Exactly. I still think they should do it.
Yeah. Oh, certainly don't think they should, certainly don't deny that whenever they come across really good ideas, they should add them into the game as quickly as possible. Yeah, no problem with that whatsoever.
And they have done with certain things, haven't they? They did do with the better lighting, they did do with the ender chests. Although they always seem to do it slightly less than what it... Like, for instance, the ender chests aren't configurable like the ender chest mod itself is. Now, is that their decision to say, right, well, this is what will provide good balancing, or is it their way of saying, well, this then makes it say, we can say, oh, well, it's ours because it's not like yours. I certainly think they should add ender pouches in. I miss my ender pouch. Because I'm really uncomfortable with Keeps paying for it and not playing.
And so have I. I've even sent Keeb a text saying, I'd gladly take over the paying for the server because I feel bad about you paying for it and never being on it.
Yeah. I mean...
I haven't never received a message back from him, so he must be really busy right now, or just ignoring like he usually does.
Yeah. And there's other things as well, like, for instance, I really wanted to experiment with Mistcraft and play, and do some Mistcraft ages, but I didn't want to because um, I know Cubes has only got a limited server size. It's not like a big server size. And I thought, well, I'll wait till he comes on and talk to him about it. And he has said about, yeah, doing it, but I need to know, like, that he's set up for doing that. Because I sent him a message once saying, like, you need to make a list of what your worlds are now, which should be Dimension and then Dimension 1 and Dimension 7.
Right.
That's what they should be at the moment, because nobody's opened a Mistcraft world, unless Cage has or something. I don't know.
I don't think anyone has.
No, I don't think he has, because I mentioned to him that we wasn't doing it at the moment because the server can't. I don't know whether the server can handle it or not. But then, of course, I thought I'd wait for Keeps to get on and talk to him about it, and of course he's not. He's not been on for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, that was another thing. I was hoping he'd update it at some point so we could try, getting the quartz. So I don't know whether I'm going to like that. Actually, I'll divulge before. I was going to say I don't know whether I like that applied logistics mod, because it does a lot of what the logistics pipes mod does, but it does it in a way I don't like. I don't like the idea of it converting matter to energy, which is what the ME is really. It's storing it all as data instead of matter. And I miss it flowing through the pipes and things like that. But I didn't realise that the actual logistics pipe mod has been taken back up and people have been working on it, and it actually works. And they've actually got it in one of the one of the Feed the Beast packs, logistics pipe mod. So it must still be capable of being running everything, which is very nice, because I do like that mod. I love that remote crafting and everything.
Right.
I mean, I feel really bad that I stopped running the server myself, but I just got so frustrated with Frag not helping me in a way I needed. I felt like I'm paying them to help to run this, and they're not helping me.
Right.
Which shouldn't have done really. I should have just carried on with it, but I don't know. It's just beyond my capabilities.
Very frustrating.
Yeah. Like I say, I just don't know whether it's quite beyond my capabilities to run it or not.
I wouldn't think so. It's just not beyond your capabilities. Just maybe beyond the knowledge base at the moment.
Well,
it's like I think about what you were saying with mods and all that. For the longest time, you would talk about putting in mods and stuff like that was just something you couldn't understand, and then it came to be, once you actually sat down and worked at it for a while, you realize it's not that hard. It's work, but it's not that hard.
Yes, quite true.
It's just a case of wrapping it. It's just like me and Redstone. I'm sure if I sat down and devoted a day or two of actually sitting down and seeing what the different kinds of redstone gates and all the other stuff did, it would no longer be this thing that might as well be eldritch witchcraft to me.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of my putting in the work to do it. So far, it hasn't been worthwhile to me to actually do that.
That's it, isn't it? It's the motivation to do it and to learn it. I just with texture packs, just played with texture packs for a long time until I finally saw one texture I wanted enough to think, right, well, I'll figure out how to put it in myself.
Yeah.
I think with Redstone, it's a case of try to not get into all that, make this gate, make that gate, because that's like jumping in at a deep, complicated end. You just want to learn how to get things working first of all. That's what I do with that crusher. There's much smaller ways of building that crusher and much more compact and correct ways to build it, really. But I build it the big way because it's the simplest and it's the one I understand. I'm quite sure if I wanted to, I could compact half of it down to a couple of blocks size with redstone running out the left and right and across the top and
Right.
all that lot. But
293.
yay!
Tick check.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
bit late. I just broke it and built a new one.
Yeah, fortunately the 293 came up and reminded me to look at my pick. Oh, repair 97. Yeah, but I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that CinemaSin site. Watched quite a few of the videos, like the one on The Hobbit as well. That was fun.
Yeah, well, I've deliberately not watched that because I haven't seen
Yeah,
the movie. But I
yeah,
thought
definitely not.
about you and thought, yeah, you might like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun seeing that one. Um, it's kind of like, did you ever go see the Red Letter Media, the one that was the Phantom Menace review that's longer than the actual movie?
No, what's that?
Yeah, I'll send you a link to it again. It's I can't remember the guy's name. It's part of that whole Blistered Thumbs Nostalgia Critic website.
Yeah, I
Um,
had trouble navigating that site if I remember rightly. You said it's called Spoonie. You say that one of the guys.
Spoonie is
Oh, I
started
forgot my
there.
pick
You may
again.
still be able to hook up to him there. I think you can.
Because I think I remember you sending me a link to it or something.
Hmm.
I went there and I just found it almost impossible to navigate around because everything was
Yeah, it's
quite.
menus on top of menus on top of menus. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll send you links to the actual reviews. The guy that did it, I mean, it's three beautiful, funny as hell reviews. One of the Phantom Menace, one of the Attack of the Clones, and the other the Revenge of the Sith. And each one is literally as long as the movie, if not. I think the first one's actually longer than the Phantom Menace is. But
well,
they
that's
are
all right when you've actually
so
seen
damn
them, isn't it?
entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're so entertaining. It's like, why would I watch the whole thing of why would I watch a review that's longer than the movie? It's like, well, because of the way he is.
Yeah.
He is very entertaining.
It's like that Angry Joe review of Aliens. It's like about 45 minutes long or something.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
probably
just,
longer than it took some people to play through the game.
it's just so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually talking about that with my brother this afternoon, and I was saying, like, I don't watch much television these days because I'd rather sit at the computer and select exactly what I want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to watch a Minecraft video, or I want to watch People Are Awesome video, or this review or that review.
Mm-hmm.
So I say I'd rather go to YouTube, and he said, well, he says YouTube, it's just all crap, isn't it? I said, yes, 99% of it is.
Ah,
I
there you
said,
go.
but then you get the odd bits that are absolutely brilliantly done.
It's what is it? Sturgeon's Law. I think that's the correct one.
What's that?
Um, if I'm remembering my author right, I believe it's Sturgeon, Theodore Sturgeon. It's called Sturgeon's Law. He was at a science fiction convention. He
Yeah.
was one of the panelists, and at the convention, someone asked, someone in the audience stood up during the question and answer stuff, and they said, Mr. Sturgeon, you are a tremendous writer. You are you are just a great wordsmith and a great um, novelist and all that. You have such a command of the English language. He said, why are you writing science fiction? He said 95% of science fiction is just pure crap. And he said, yes, but said what you are ignoring is 95% of everything is pure crap.
Indeed.
And that has become known as Sturgeon's Law. 95% of everything is crap. And it's, as YouTube, and it fits in very well there. YouTube, 95% of it's crap. TV, 95% of it's crap. Video games, 95% of them are crap. Especially if they have the words Call of Duty in them. And
Yeah, I'm sure that's a misspelling. I'm sure it shouldn't be D-U-T-Y. It should be D-U-O-O-D-Y.
here's another perfect example. Why did I run over here to the crafting table to make torches?
Yes.
Mm.
I'm getting really. I've noticed for this though, it's the same again. It's a case of I really miss my pocket crafting table.
Yeah, yeah. And see, that was it's another thing Dylan was talking about last night. So he was talking about how he was like, I hope he's not really leaving Feed the Beast, because he was talking about the 2 hours y'all had played together
Yeah.
that night, and he was like, yeah, I'm actually really excited in the game again because I've forgotten how to do everything. So he was like, yeah, I was making a macerator and going, how the hell do I do this?
He was, yes. I don't know what he was looking at. He was doing something and he suddenly figured it and he just said, "Oh, I've missed this." You know, and he said it with
Mm-hmm.
such passion. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's thundering, and I promise it's not me with Thorncraft.
Oh man, we had some thunder here today. It has done nothing but rain the last 2 days.
Yeah,
It has been so wonderful. And actually 3 days, because it actually drizzled most of the day Friday, so it's been great to get the rain we've gotten. One of the ironies, I love the rain, so of course I'd live in a state that's in a constant state of drought all the time.
we get taxis a lot because it's just cheaper than running a car, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day we was in one, and we're pretty well known by all the taxi drivers because we use the same company all the time, and they all know us.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking to one of them who we chat to regularly when we come in with him, and we were talking about the weather. And I was saying, really, I says, we complain here because you can go out in the morning and it's beautiful sunshine. You'll get a mile from your house and it suddenly turns and starts to pour down. You get soaked, and then the weather changes again and comes breezy and you get dried off. And we get like 3 or 4 different seasons of weather all in an
Yeah.
afternoon, which, it gives us something to complain about. But actually, I don't know how I could stand being like, places where you are, where you get like more or less like one type of weather the majority of the time.
Yeah. It'd be like, here it is. Wait till June or July gets here. It will not be unusual at all for, like, when July gets here, for us to go a month or 6 weeks and never see a drop of rain.
Yeah.
It'd just be hot and muggy and sunny all day long, every single damn day. Headed back up.
Nope. I'll wait at the top of the ladders then, because I was just about to come back down. We have a bit of a joke here. We say, how do you tell it's summer? The rain's a little bit warmer.
It reminds me of a line. It's one of the lines from Good Neighbors or The Good Life that always stuck in my head, where it's where their crops were failing, and Tom and Barbara were sitting around the table. The crops were failing. They weren't having a good time, and he was showing all the shriveled up stuff, and she says, "What's wrong?" And it's like, "We're getting sun in the summertime." I said, "Whatever happened to good old fashioned English rain?"
Although, the weather's like most things. Whatever you want is not what you'll get. You'll get the other stuff. You want rain, it won't turn up. Are there any of those plugins that you've been looking at that you like the look of?
I haven't really looked at them too closely lately. Way back when we had our first original server, the OMC server as we called it, there was a plugin I used to run called Craft Bucket, and one called I'm trying to remember what it was. Was it Rune Bucket or something like that? It was um, a magic plug-in, but it wasn't magic as in casting spells and that sort of thing. It was magic as in you would build runes on the ground out of various materials.
The different dusts. Was it that one?
A combination of different blocks and like redstone dust and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You would build them out and build a rune shape on the ground, and it would turn into something. Like if you wanted to build a portal, you might build a certain shape on the ground out of obsidian, glowstone, and redstone dust. And it would, once you got the shape right and right clicked on it, it would turn into a portal. And then you could go somewhere and build another one the same way. And link them together, that sort of thing. But I had just really put it into the game whenever, I'm trying to think, what was it that happened? We never really played around with it any.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's another one of those periods where suddenly life got really busy and Keebs and Dwindon disappeared for a while. I think that was it. I think it was right about the time that Dwindon started the radiology school, and Keebs went from being like an assistant manager to a full-time manager, actual store manager, and both of their lives got really, really busy again all of a sudden.
Well, life's what happens when you're making other plans, isn't it?
That's what they say. That's why I don't make any plans. Figure that keeps me totally safe from that ever happening.
Yeah.